We look at this building as just an unbelievable opportunity in many respects.
When we bought it, sustainability wasn't necessarily at the forefront. What's happened is with the evolution of the environment, sustainability, accessibility, all of these new agenda items that the government has as a priority have actually fit right into the Jarvis plan.
The whole intent of sustainable design is to provide a facility that doesn't waste energy and doesn't waste product, to create a better environment, but at the same time a much more sensitive environment.
Green sustainable buildings are in effect buildings that are designed more than just for the opening day, good for the occupants and also for the community.
Back in 71, the issues in regards to sustainability, greening, etc. were not around.
Back in the day, they really just thought about, I need heating, I need cooling, I need fresh air, I need lights. So they put in all those things and then they were done.
I learned very early as a young man working in offices that the sun was probably our worst enemy when it came to the cost of running a building. And it could be our best enemy in the wintertime. In other words, in the summertime, to exclude the sun as much as possible, and then in the reverse, in the winter, to let it in as much as possible. And this was the reason for the cantilever design. In my small way, we addressed it as well as we could.
And it's a very iconic building along Jarvis. It's one of those monuments that people think of when they actually think of Jarvis. So we have respected the building a lot. Really just trying to create an image of lightness to the building by focusing on what is now a main entrance and a main entrance facade that actually just focuses in on light, brightness coming into the building, because that is our intent in this design.
LEED is about the people that are in the building as well. It isn't just the bricks and mortar and having energy efficient lights. It's the way you think and operate and work in your day-to-day environment. All of those combined make a green environment, a greener environment.
There's actually an item in the LEED checklist about innovation. You actually get extra bonus points for being much more innovative in this case. And in actual fact, I know that the government itself in this building is looking for innovation to be added, something that would be promoting the idea of innovation coming out of Ontario and its processes.
The intention for Jarvis was maybe not, it doesn't have to be the ORC space with no walls, but it's more the concept behind, instead of hierarchical type of work environment, to have a work environment that suits the functionality of what it is that you're doing. The workplace environment, it's a big word, big couple of words. What does it mean? It could mean anything to anybody. To us it means a collaborative, open, healthy, vibrant environment that's going to be more productive at the end of the day.
If it's done properly, designed properly, implemented properly, you shouldn't notice it. So you shouldn't notice the building.
One of the key things we're going to be doing in this building is certainly changing the performance of the envelope, insulating it, which it didn't have much insulation, if any, in the envelope. Plus we're changing all of the glazing on the outside of the building. Trying to bring as much natural light into the building, which is really important for anybody working within a building of this size. We're taking the escalator core, which is smack in the middle of the building, and bringing natural light filtering down through the core by putting in a large skylight.
And then we put in the most efficient light fixtures we can get, and then we control them better. That contributes to an overall theme of the building, which is what we call an intelligent building. So we have sensors such as I mentioned, daylight sensors, occupancy sensors, CO2 sensors that control different aspects of the building and modulate to provide only what you need instead of just providing a bulk, give you everything.
There's a green roof that is being installed. A green roof is a misnomer. In fact, we're installing white pavers for reflectance. We are also installing grass, local vegetation, which is green.
We actually collect rainwater from the roof of the building.
We're capturing it in a cistern in the basement level, all the rainwater that comes on the roof, because we do have a large roof. And taking that water, putting it into a cistern, and then recycling it back into toilets and urinals and selective washrooms.
We're also installing on the roof photovoltaic cells about 25 kilovolts of photovoltaic system, which is a reasonable quantity.
The products you use in the building, the paints, the coatings, adhesives, the sealants, they have the lowest amount of off-gassing possible so that people aren't exposed to pollution.
Well, through demolition, where we're going to be virtually gutting the entire building, at this point in time, we're about 94% of recycled demolition material is going to be reused, some are recycled. Which is phenomenal.
And also the materials we use, we're targeting a 15% recycled content and a 20% regional content to minimize the distance which materials travel to the building, as well as maximize the amount of recycled content in the materials, such as the ceiling tile, the drywall, the steel studs, and the furniture actually.
As part of the design process, we looked at facilities, businesses within the area where the child care facilities were, healthcare, transportation, banks, restaurants, all of these services that the occupants of this building will be using. We're looking at having the building work with the community.
Well, we brought on board some of the best design consultants and, of course, project managers and contractors together to ensure that we get the best for what we need to get done over here.
The client has to be committed as well to be able to do things a little bit differently than they normally would.
It's a huge opportunity, a huge challenge at the same time, but a huge opportunity.